we are talking about metals and non-metals. In metals and non-metals, yesterday we discussed about the oxides of means how oxygen reacts with metals and non-metals. Today is the rusting of metals. Rusting of metals. Will the metals will get rusted? Will the metals will near to our houses we are having for our compound wall iron gate will be there. In our house iron chairs will be there. Okay, then outside in the parks we can see iron benches will be there. When we are observing these particular iron objects, what you can see, will they get rusted? When we are seeing the things which are present in our house for long years, they will not get rusted, but which are exposed outside to the atmosphere, they will get rusted. What is the reason? You see in the park, the benches or our compound wall gate, you see within 1 year you can see that it is painted also. You can see that it changes into brown in color, and after few days we can see that it breaks into pieces. But in our house, almara will be there, which is made with iron. If it is 10 years also, it will not have any rust. Iron chairs will be there, it will not have any. Two things are there. When this iron reacts with the atmospheric moisture, air or water, what will happen means it will get rusted. When it is exposed to moist air or water, what will happen? It will get rusted. Means when the outside things, what will happen? They will be reacted with the moisture present, means the water particles and oxygen present outside. Because of that, they will change into brown in color. So what we have to do when they are going to get rusted, first what we have to do is we have to, first I will tell for you the formula. What is the symbol for iron? Iron is denoted with Fe. Iron, when reacted with oxygen, okay, gives rise to iron oxide. Iron, when reacted with oxygen, gives rise to iron oxide, which is called rusting. Iron when reacted. What is the symbol of iron here? Iron is denoted with Fe, oxygen O2, gives rise to 2FeO. Here again you mentioned 2. This is called as iron oxide, which is called rusting. To inner the objects which are present in our house, they will not get rusted. And what is this rusting means? They will change into brown in color. If you leave like that, what will happen means slowly they will break into pieces and that iron object will not be useful for us. Once if we find that it is getting rusted, it is changing into brown in color, what we have to do at that particular time means we have to apply oil for that. First we will have sandpaper. We will tell a brown color like this in a square shape. Here rough paper will be present. This is called as a sandpaper. Which is very rough. First what we have to do, we have to rub the things what are present there. All the brown color particles, the rusted particles, we have to remove from that. Next what we have to do means we have to apply oil to that. Then leave 1 day like that, and after that you paint it again. So they will not get, for few days it will not get rusted. But you have to observe to the inner objects and to the outer objects, what will happen means the outer objects will react with the moisture present in the. Will it happen only for iron means not only for iron? You can see that the copper. You know now, in our houses the copper utensils we will use, water bottles or near near God we will keep deepam, everything for that, all copper things we will use. They will change into bluish green in color. Bluish green in the color they will change. Then how we can you see they are also exposed to air. You leave like that for 2 days, we can see that they will change into bluish green in color. How to remove again? How to get back the copper? Again we have to apply here citrus fruits. Citrus fruits we have to take. Means you have to take lemon, or you have to take a tamarind, or any other citrus fruit you have to take, and we have to clean this copper with us, the particular citrus fruit. Again what we can see means this will come to its normal position. Nowadays in the market we are getting no pitambari, even that also you can use to come to its normal position. Next when we are taking silver, silver also will be changed into black in color. If silver is exposed to air, this will be converted into black in color. Again we have to use silvery, the cream or the toothpaste what is present in our house. By that we can clear and we can get back to normal position. So by this all, by iron, copper, silver, by these all examples we can say that the metals, all the metals, if they are exposed to air, all the metals if they are exposed to air, they will get rusted. Did you catch me? All the metals if they are exposed to air, they will get rusted. Now reaction with water. Reaction with water. For this we are taking the example as sodium. The symbol of sodium is Na. Sodium is how the sodium reacts with. Not only sodium, you can take phosphorus and sodium. This both when you are taking, they are highly reactive. Sodium and phosphorus are highly reactive. So we cannot expose them to air. We cannot keep in open place. Where we will store this sodium, in kerosene. We will store the sodium in kerosene. So now we are going to do reaction with water. Sodium when reacts with water, we are going to see. What we have to do means now the sodium piece will be present. That sodium piece we are storing that in kerosene because it is highly reactive. If it is outside the atmosphere, if I am keeping it out, it reacts with the atmosphere very fast. So we are not storing it outside. We are storing that in the kerosene. So take it out and cut a small piece of that, and again the remaining piece you keep inside and close the lid. Now take a blotting paper and just you keep this sodium on that one. Means this filter paper or blotting paper, what it will do, it will absorb the kerosene present in that one. Okay, how we will keep samosas and all to absorb the oil, in the same way this sodium will absorb the kerosene present in that. Now take a small piece of sodium and put it in the water. What will happen, immediately it makes a hissing sound. It makes a hissing sound and reacts with water. Sodium reacts with water. How can we know that sodium reacted with water? Means it makes hissing sound and reacts with water. This is reaction with water. So here we have to take sodium or phosphorus, and we can see that what happens, sodium is highly reactive. So what we will store the sodium in kerosene. We have to take the sodium, a small piece, and put that one on the blotting paper, and it absorbs the kerosene. After that, put it in put that one in water. It makes a hissing sound. In the same way, all the metals when you are taking, will the metals react with water? Means normally if you are taking the metals and if you put in the water, what will happen? I told that if I am taking the metals and if I put them in the water, they will get rusted. They all will become rusted. What if I burn this one? Now take iron rod or iron spoke, just you keep near the fire, heat that one and bring and put that one in the water. Immediately it makes a hissing sound and it cools down. The hard iron rod, when I am taking it and keeping in the water, what will happen? It cools down with making a hissing sound. In the same way the sodium also. So Will the metals react with water? Means yes, the metals will react with water. In which way? By producing. When they will react with water, when they are what is that heated, they will, when we put them in the water, they will make the hissing sound. If we are taking this and for suppose if what is that, if normally you are keeping metals in water, means they will get rusted. This is the reaction of between these two. Next one is we have an experiment of hydrogen. Do you remember that one? When how we did an experiment to find out what is hydrogen gas in 7th class we did. What we had to do? Take a lemon juice, okay, and add to that one marble pieces or eggshell to that one. Now this eggshell or marble pieces reacts with this lemon juice and a gas will be released from this one. At that particular, when the gas is released, you just what is that, lit a mastic and bring near to this test tube. What will happen? The mastic puts off with a pop sound. The mastic will put off with a pop sound, showing that hydrogen gas was present. Showing that hydrogen gas was present. What is how to find out the hydrogen gas? What we have to do? We have to collect. Take 2 test tubes, fill the 2 test tubes with lemon juice, add some marble pieces to one test tube, add eggshell to the another test tube, and when this lemon juice reacts with these marble pieces or when this lemon juice reacts with eggshell, just you lit a mastic and or incense stick and bring near to the what is that test tube. When the gas is released from, when there is a reaction between these marble pieces and the lemon juice, a gas will be released. That gas will come out. It puts off the fire by making a pop sound. That is called as hydrogen. Got the point? Next one is the reaction of metals. Next one is the reaction of metals with acids. Reaction of metals with acids. So here you can see that we are, what are the metals we are having here? We are taking zinc, copper, aluminium, iron, then the non-metals like carbon, sulfur, iodine, and one more metal is there, magnesium. These are few examples I am taking. What are the few examples I am taking? Zinc, copper, aluminium, iron, carbon, sulfur, iodine and magnesium. Now reaction with acids. Which acids I am taking? Reaction with H2SO4. Reaction with HCl. H2SO4, HCl. See here, H2SO4. This is called as sulfuric acid. H2SO4. This is called as sulfuric acid. HCl. This is called as hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. These formulas are very important. H2SO4, sulfuric acid. HCl, hydrochloric acid. These are the two we are having. Now, will the zinc react with sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid? Means yes, zinc reacts with sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. Next means we will get when zinc reacts with sulfuric acid, it gives zinc sulfide plus hydrogen gas will be released. When we are seeing with this one, zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas will be released here. Then will the copper reacts with H2SO4? Yes. Copper reacts with H2SO4. When copper reacts with sulfuric acid, it gives copper sulfide. Here, copper chloride and hydrogen gas will be released from this one. Aluminium reacts in the same way. Aluminium also reacts with H2SO4 and reacts with hydrochloric acid. Will the iron reacts with sulfuric acid and hydrochloric? Yes. Iron reacts with sulfuric acid and also with hydrochloric acid. Coming to carbon, carbon will not react with hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Sulfur does not react with hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Iron does not react with sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. Magnesium does not react with hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Try to understand. Zinc reacts with the acids. Then copper reacts with the acid. Iron reacts with the acid. Aluminium reacts with the acid. But carbon, sulfur, iron, non-metals will not react with the acids. Metals will react with the acids. These are the examples here. Reaction of metals with acids and bases. Here, I'll just give you an example. What is that means? Here, I'll remove this. Here you can see copper when reacted with sulfuric acid gives rise to copper sulfide plus hydrogen gas is released from that one. What is released from that one? Hydrogen gas. Copper when reacted with sulfuric acid gives rise to copper sulfide plus hydrogen gas. See here, how many coppers are there? One copper. Here also one copper. How many sulfurs are there? Here one. Here also one. Here how many oxygens are there? 4 oxygens are there. Here also 4. Here how many hydrogens are there? 2. Here also 2 hydrogens are there. Now zinc when reacted with the hydrochloric acid gives rise to zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas is released. Zinc when reacted with the hydrochloric acid gives rise to zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas is released there. You can see here this is a reaction between acids and metals. So when we are taking zinc, copper, aluminium, iron, all will react with sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. You know that the sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid are both are concentrated acids. Concentrated means very powerful, we will say. When we are using these acids, we will dilute these acids. Now got the point? So reaction with metals with acids, and now you see here H2SO4, sulfuric acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid, copper. The symbol for zinc is Zn, symbol for copper Cu, symbol for aluminium Al, symbol for iron Fe, zinc Zn, copper Cu, aluminium Al, iron Fe. These are the symbols for this what is that elements. These are called as elements: zinc, copper, aluminium, iron. These are the symbols for that one. And if you are seeing carbon, it is denoted with C. Sulfur, it is denoted with S. Magnesium, it is denoted with Mg. Know this one: carbon C, sulfur S, magnesium Mg. Copper when reacted with sulfuric acid gives rise to copper sulfide plus hydrogen. Zinc when reacted with hydrochloric acid gives rise to zinc chloride plus hydrogen. This is reaction of metals with acids, and tomorrow we will do one more experiment. Thank you.